Imagine two students. Both start their PhDs in the same year. One goes on to become assistant professor, secures a permanent position in university and thrives in life. The other scholar earns promotions at work, grows professionally, completes his PhD without sacrificing financial stability. Here is the interesting part. Both of them did not make a wrong choice. They simply chose two different paths. And today's video is about that. If you are someone who is looking to get admitted to PhD but is confused as whether you should go for part-time or full-time PhD, then this video is for you. By the end of today's video, you will have a clear-cut answer as to which path you should choose. If you are looking for that one sign, that one hammer to make the final decision, let this video be it. Let's begin. The first parameter and the most important one is what is your career goal. You want to be a professor, you want to be a scientist, you want to get into academia, postdoc, research scientist, then full-time is for you. If your aim is promotions, you are already in a job, you want growth, in that case, part-time would be a much better option. What is the financial situation? Can you survive on stipend and fellowship? See, how much ever there is a hike, I've heard a lot of research scholars saying now the fellowship is more. Earlier it was less. Yes, now fellowships are more, but then the cost of living also has gone up. The kind of fees you have to pay per semester, the amount, that also has gone up. So it is not a one-sided benefit. If you are someone who needs regular salary, you are in a job, you have responsibilities, then part-time would be a much better option for you. The third important parameter is research passion. What is your passion for research? Let's face it, most of the scholars do it for degree. If you really have passion for research, if you really want to excel at it, you can go for full-time. If you are doing it for a degree, which is also not bad, because PhD as a degree is required for a lot of advancements in career, then you can go for part-time PhD. What about family responsibilities? You have minimal commitments. Your family can support you if there is a delay, if there is any kind of irregularity in stipend. Say suppose you take a longer time, then you can go for full-time. If you have significant family obligations, then you go for part-time. The fifth one is opportunity cost. You are comfortable taking a break. See, whenever it comes to PhD, we say it is for 5 years. If you are in a tough environment, or if in an environment where your work is such, your topic is such that it takes long, then it can even go outside 7 years. Okay, 5 years is usually the bare minimum. So are you comfortable taking that much amount of break for your career? If you are someone who cannot pause career progression, you need that salary, you can't take a break, PhD will involve a lot of breaks, a lot of hectic schedules, then it is best to go for part-time PhD. The sixth criteria is publication ambition. If you are someone who wants several publications, who wants several grants, who wants to attend several conferences, then PhD, which is full-time, is a good option for you, because whenever the travel grant is also given, it is always given for a full-time. It is not given to part-time students. If publication is not a criteria, you are fine with 1 or 2 publications, and UGC has actually done away with all the publication criteria. Institutes have their own criteria. The seventh criteria is what is the time availability. If you are able to give 60 to 70 hours per week, at least 6 to 7 hours per day, then you go for full-time. If you can only afford it in the evenings, or if you have weekly commitments, you can attend research only on Saturdays, Sundays. In that case, you can go for a part-time PhD. Risk tolerance as a parameter also matters when it comes to PhD. If you are okay with uncertainty, if you are okay with an uncertain academic path, okay, you don't know when you will finish, you don't know whether you will finish or no. So basically there is uncertainty. It is there in part-time also, but in full-time, the level of uncertainty is more, because you have invested so much time as well as money. If you want stable income and career security, then part-time is for you. The next but quite important one, which is actually ignored, is not all institutes offer support for part-time students. So institutional requirement is also one of the important parameter. If you are targeting an institute and if it does not support part-time, because I have seen a lot of supervisors, they do not entertain part-time candidates. They want only full-time scholars under them. In such cases, the availability is also an issue that will also decide the kind of path you will take. What is your long-term vision? If you want a research-centric life, Okay, if you go into academia also, if you become assistant professor also, your worth is determined by how many grants you get. So technically speaking, or critically speaking, I should say, it is a research centric life. Okay, if you want a life like that, then you go for full time. If you want to have a professional career with research on side, okay, it is not the main focus of your work, in that case you go for a part-time PhD. These were the most important 10 parameters on which your decision should be based. I know of several people who have started their PhDs in 40s, it is part-time PhD, and they are really doing well. So which path you take doesn't really matter as long as you choose which one suits you. One more important thing that I want to say is UGC guidelines for full-time as well as part-time are same. What happens on ground may differ, but as per regulation, the guidelines are same for both. Your decision to do a PhD, and in that, on top of it all, the decision to do whether full-time or part-time PhD is one of the most critical decisions in your career. So I have prepared a PDF. It's a questionnaire, and each answer will get a point. Based on your final score, you can actually determine whether you should go for full-time or part-time PhD. The download link is in the description below. It's free. Do not forget to check it out. I think the biggest mistake is not about choosing whether it is full-time or part-time, but it is actually entering into a PhD without having a clarity of either. If you have decided on PhD admission, then I have done this video that will help you prepare the entire admission process. I'll see you there. Till the next video.